Welcome back to Escape from Mars. We're here in our outpost with the aim to target G-Corp. Now the headquarters is just beyond this hill. And let's show a little bit why this is a problem and why we want to get rid of it. Right, so cheating a bit with the cinematic camera. So this is our outpost. This is what we started last time. Got some power, assault cannon and some custom turrets. And this is what we aim to destroy. G-Corp headquarters. There's a lot of guns. It's well defended. So we have to come up with some smart idea in order to target that. Now it's sitting at 2 kilometer distance. I think the moment we reach 1 kilometers we will get some drones on our tail. So we can't just rush in and strategically try to take out some targets. That's not an option. So you have to think of something else. And what I was thinking to do is that it might be nice to make a ballista. I was going to say trebuchet, but I think it's easier to use something in the shape of a ballista. So catapult, essentially. So that's what we aim to do today. Now I will quickly add some decoys. I actually forgot about those. I always do. And then I think we can continue with that bit. The nice things about decoys is that they should take the hit before actual turrets get targeted. So that would be nice. There we go. Now the idea is that we can fall back to this point when we get a drone on our tail. And then the assault cannon and turrets, they will take care of it. So that's our trick in case things go wrong. And now we are going to design something cool, I guess. That's at least the idea. So let's see. We can make a bit of scaffold. Alright, and then our trick will be to fall off. Now our trick will be to try and arrange this so that from here on we will work with small grids. So things will be very light, but we get the advantage of the large rotor head. That's us trying to be smart. So we get all the strength from the large rotor head, but we get lightweight from the small armor blocks. That's the trick that we're trying to apply. Alright, so this is stage 1. We have some wheels. We have the beginning of our, well, what is it? The arm, I guess. The slinging bit. Some rotors. Small batteries, timer blocks, and a programmable block. And now it's just a matter of setting up all the things, extending the arm a bit, and finalizing the build. So we'll quickly get on with that, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so this is the final design. We painted it some horrible color. I don't know what you would call this type of red. You can make a color up. We will call this the Krabby because we intentionally, well, I think unintentionally, made a bit of a weird crab look. Which is important because we use the belly to lock to the ground. So this will give us, well, this will ensure that we don't flip over. I think that's quite important. So now we have to figure out how to load this catapult. I guess we can make a ladder attached to it. That would be strange. So therefore we should probably do it. Can we actually... Oh yeah, we probably need to drop it a bit. Probably want to drive this out of the way as well. Strange that nobody's shooting yet. Oh, there we go. Sorry for messing up your camera view. Oh, I like the bouncing off. I think we can just go and loot. I didn't even check out what it was, to be honest. Small steel tube. Oh, that's nice. Definitely go and use that. Alright. Let's see. So we set this back to 90 degrees. And then we should be able to jump on it. Nice. Cool. And then we can load it with something. That's difficult, actually. Right. I will take a short break. And I guess we will go to sleep, so to say, in our bunker. Fast forward time a little bit. So I guess I will see you back in the morning. Alright, there we are again. Now there's a metal grid shipment coming this way, it seems. We are just going to ignore that and play with our new tool. So let's see if this works. Like I said, I tried this in creative a bit. And it at least launched, but we'll see how it behaves here. It's gonna be a surprise. So this is gonna do like a 3-second countdown. Did it actually launch? I didn't pay attention. Let's do it again. Very nice, very nice first test. Also, I'm gonna mark the spot where I have to stand to place this. No more surprises. Let's orientate the grid. Is that it? I think. Oh no, I didn't pay attention. Right, we'll do that next time. I've got so much focus today. Alright, this time we pay attention. Eh? In 3, 2, 1. Right, so it launches it a bit upwards, but it looks like it's at least going quite far. So that will be fun. So that bit is working. I'm very happy with that. Yeah. Right. So I should probably explain what it now is that we set up. So it's quite simple. We got just a giant sling with a mag plate on it, and it got 3 timer blocks. Now these timer blocks are the release timer block, which triggers the velocity, sets the velocity for the rotor to a high number, and triggers the delay timer block. Then the delay timer block is a bit special, because normal timer blocks, they can only they have a minimum of 1 second countdown, whereas this one, it uses a script, and the script allows you to go below 1 second. So I will probably paste that script in the description. Please remind me if I don't. And the precise bit is triggering the script. So actually it uses game ticks, so this relates to a bit less than half a second. So I guess 0.23 milliseconds or something. I don't know, how would you call that? So anyway, and all that does is that it unlocks the mag plate and starts to reset the lever. And that's it. That's the whole script. Alright, let's try this again. So we will have to stand on this block, so we will paint it some color. It's not really what I intended to do, but I think it works. I should maybe explain the second part, that we have a second hotbar, and there's a camera on our lever, and this allows us to aim a little bit. So you can see the crosshair of the camera. You can go to the right and to the left, because this whole thing is on a rotor, so we can reposition a little bit based on our first shot. Now I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think it will reach 2 kilometers, so I guess the first guess is to see, the first stage is to see what we actually reach, right? So I will cheat a little bit for that and use spectator cam, otherwise I don't know how to do this. Alright, so this is gonna tell us more or less at what distance we're shooting. So this is a kilometer. Let's see if we can reach that. There we go. Oh, we reached much more than 1 kilometer. Did not expect that. Wow. Very interesting. Alright. So we might have a chance to actually reach G-Corp. So maybe we should aim for that. I don't think it will reach all the way. But I guess we will find out. Probably doesn't matter if we have a welded block or not. No, because they have the same weight in Space Engineers. It's a bit cheesy. But it's great for testing purposes. Alright, load it up. This would be great if I had like another person to help me out here. Why? Ah, because I'm in the creative mode. Ah, so I've got a full block as well. Let's not do that. Well, we can actually try to use the... Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just do this. It's not like I'm cheating in some way. Not really gaining anything from this, I mean. So we probably want to set spectator cam the other way around. Something like this. We want to remove our newly made GPS, because that's ugly. That's just hiding it. Wait, let me actually remove it. Alright, so let's first try the aiming. So let's aim for the main building. This is a nice flat area, makes it much more easy. Something like that. I think we're good to go. How far do you think we can get? Not that far. Right. So it's like 1200 meters, right? Yeah. So we should really get closer to G-Corp. Not sure what I'm trying to target now. These things are nasty as well. Right. Well, I guess we should get closer. So let's... What should we do? Probably want to wait for the metal grid shipment, right? Or is it actually closing in. Looks like it's stuck, to be honest. Let's get out of creative mode before we cheat. Alright, let's see if we can pull in some drone. Guess we go fishing. Would be smart probably to get this out of the way, right? It's not really made for combat. This is going to be a problem because I don't know how often they send drones. Let's find out how this, if this will work. So as soon as we get within the 2 kilometer range, I think we get a drone on our tail. Yep, that was even outside of the 2 kilometer range. This drone. This vehicle is a bit messed up. Can we already see a drone? It's not coming. I don't see anything happening. That's your last game. You don't want to send drones? Then I guess this is our chance to shine. Strange. We won't complain. Guess someone is still finishing its coffee. The question is, how fast can we assemble and disassemble? I know this is a problem in old-fashioned games, like Age of Empires, but it will be a problem for us as well. A little bit scared for that one. It's air defense. So much crap. Let's try from here. Like a nice high point. Locked. Alright. Our aiming system. We'll just launch a cube. They will never expect that. Let's see. Could try and use the camera. Let's see if that works. So we don't have to switch every time in illegal admin modes. Oh no! I forgot about the reset button. That's not very helpful. Alright, so now you know the struggle of using those cameras. I have no clue if we actually launch something. Guess we do have to cheat. Would have been nice to make a ladder here as well, right? Instead of that weird block. Oh god. That's a drone. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We can because we don't have a gyroscope, so this is going to be a challenge. I think we're too slow. Actually, what would happen if I would just escape this vehicle? It's probably going to target me, right? And because there's no weapons on this. Might be smart. Let's try that. Where is it even? Did we get lucky? Did it disappear? I think we were just fast enough. So this will be our getaway car. And we will try to leave the Krabby here then. I think that's the approach. Yeah, it would be nice if we can at least launch something, right? I don't think this will work. That's becoming more and more clear. This is a long walk. What a beauty. Real craftsmanship this. Our engineer must be so proud. Forgot we set the speed to 1,000,000. Alright, so this is the better approach. We have a fast car to get out of here. Without any weapons, so hopefully it won't be targeted. And then... sorry. We have a fast rover with a lot of weapons to get out of here. So hopefully it will be targeted. Whereas our catapult will not be. That's the plan. See if that works. So we want to be on top of this hill, I think. And give it a go. Like so. A little bit straightened out, if possible. I wish we had a gyroscope on this. Would have been smart. Alright, this is the best I can get it, I think. First, let's get our escape plan. Because it's farther away than I want. That's a drone. Alright, let's see what happens. We need to know. Will it target us? We are... I think he's on our tail. Yeah, because he's nearing us. Right. So we lure him away from our Krabby. And we seek safety. Ooh, I think it got our turrets. These drones, they're tough. Can't really see what I'm fighting even. I always thought that drones are weak, but this one isn't. There it goes though. These things are tough. Alright. Ooh, it got good. Which bit gave away? I think the conveyor. Definitely the weak point. It's not really a design that I can think of that prevents that actually from being targeted as easily. Alright. This is it. This is a new turret. We'll just quickly need to install it. In the, what's it called? Custom turret controller. That's a whole sentence almost. And then we're good to go, I think. It just took out a whole wall. Or do you think that's from our autocannon? Did we shoot ourselves? That could be, no? Ah, maybe. Is that possible? So, after all that, I almost forgot that we still have our catapult set over there. I was going to say, let's see if that's still intact, but I guess we won't be doing that. I was going to ask, can we see it, but I surely cannot. Again? It again took apart. Right, I think we will give up for now on our custom turrets, because they take a whole lot of work to actually make, and they're taking out like it's nothing. So yeah, not that strong against these type of enemies. Great against the convoys though, but that's not why we're here. Cool. I will quickly clean this up and alter our base. So meanwhile we got new autocannons, 3 of them, individual ones. Let's see if this works better. It becomes more of an experiment than actual war. That's fine, that's part of it. Something like learning by doing, I guess. So let's add some extra armor to it. Not sure if this helps, but we have the metal to spare. It does look a bit nicer, in my opinion. Cool. Now we could continue and add some normal turrets. Tempted to do that, maybe along these lines. So we can remove like this row. Alright, large grid turrets, always nice. Cool, I think we got a decent defense, so I guess we'll try it again. At some point we should be able to take out this drone a bit more efficiently, right? I think we might need to make another assault cannon, perhaps. Do you think the drone will target us first, or just the base? Yeah, it targets the base. You see, it already took out one of the autocannons. All 3 of them, actually. Now it goes for the decoy. Alright. Interesting. But then we should be able to... is that going to do what I think it will? No, I think it's fine. Right, so we should quickly repair our decoy and stuff. And then see how much time we have to actually attack. And if the drone responds immediately again. I think that will do it. It's a bit dented and stuff, but I think it's fine. Alright, so this is about as fast as we can get with repairing stuff. So our defenses are up again. Now, how much time do we have to actually go and try to work a ballista? Because that was the thing we were doing, remember? This is our actual goal. We don't really care about pulling in these drones. Technically the drone is still there. So maybe we can deceive them a bit. Thinking everything is under control while we are trying to launch things. We don't have a ladder anymore. This is the only thing that got destroyed. How? Ah, wait, I think we did that ourselves. Can we make one? I don't think so. Because we don't have interior components, correct? Yeah. How will we do this then? Oh my god. This is gonna be clumsy. I think this is going to work. Apparently it does. Really? That's again the new one. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time, so I think this is actually impossible. So as cool as this idea would have been, it's impossible to get this close and work our catapult. So I guess the only possibility is that we try to work it from outside the range, but I don't think that's possible. So I guess we can drive it back then. So yeah, we'll fight off this drone and see if we can get it back. Will it again target the autocannons? Yes, it will. And then the decoys. Alright, so it does have like a fixed order, I guess. It's interesting that the decoys are only second in line then. Look, it almost cut through all of our defenses, so I got 2 Gatlings, 3 autocannons, 2 decoys. This is impressive. And it might even drop on top of her head as well. Nice. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. So I don't think we can tweak this to hit from 2 kilometers, but it's the only option we have. Alright, so that was not really driving carefully. But apparently we're still in one piece. So let's drive Roach out. Right, look at the rate at which they can fire these drones. That's impressive. Alright, let's see what will happen. Do you think that we will end up with 3 broken autocannons, 2 decoys missing, and maybe some other damage? Is it targeting? What the hell? It's targeting our beautiful ballista. For some reason, doesn't like it at all. I guess this is a sign that this is not going to work at all. And still, look at this. We are unable to take it down, and it was able to take down both of our catapult and these 3 autocannons. These things are tough. Whatever this drone is, we need to have one of those. Right, so this is all that's left. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's just the catapult part that's broken. What I will do is I will copy paste a new one in. I will quickly check if it's able to reach 2 kilometers at all and show you, because I think it's not. So we can put a lot of time into this, but I think I already know the answer. So yeah, let's cheat a little bit to make a point. See if this works or not. I don't think so. Alright, let's see if setting the torque up does something. So that's this bit. So we can set it to max. That's always a smart thing to do, right? Yep, it doesn't seem like we will reach this. I think the only thing we can do is try to make this like twice as long, but not really sure that's going to do anything. Let's give it a try. Still in cheaty mode. Just to see if this will work anyway. So it was this looks ridiculous. It was about 60 blocks long. This point is just to get to know if this is a valid approach or not at all. I guess the good news is we don't need a ladder anymore. What do you think will happen? Do we need to change the release time? Well, let's first see it. Small mistake. I think we lost the top of our arm. Anybody see a flying block? Nope. No clue where that went. Let's see if we can try that again. So, I'm not sure if it's still 60 blocks long. So let's attach just a new mag plate. This was exactly the same in my trials, when I tried to make a ridiculously long arm. this was always happening, and I tried to play with inertia, tension, and stuff like that. Wasn't helping. I'm curious if medieval engineers has a solution, which apparently is a group of fanatics that are specialized in medieval engineering, whatever that may be. Let's try it again. Yeah, we lose the plate, but let's see. And we get about as far as before. So yeah, I think that concludes it. Catapult is not working. It will work if you can get to like kilometers of range, but we know now that that's not possible. So yeah, that concludes this for today. No catapulting. Sorry for wasting your time. Now, I think it's interesting to try these things, right? I hope you agree at least. So yeah, let's get rid of this abomination. Let's get back into non-creative mode. And yeah, I will quickly repair these, but I hope I'll see you around next time. Thank you very much for joining. Next time we will make a large grid heavy armor attack rover. We'll try some fun things. See if we can take out G-Corp in some other way. Probably not that way, but it will be fun to try. And the alternative is that we just bomb the place with some kamikaze drone. That's always possible. I think that might be the solution to this. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and I hope I see you around next time. Bye bye.